Is there financial aid or scholarships to go on a gap year?
We're also trying to figure out a way to make a gap year work for low-income kids as well.
Florida State University is offering up scholarships for low-income students to subsidize a gap year.
Ohio USA is currently offering the Explore the World Travel Scholarship, which offers $2,000 to students who are pursuing travel internationally with an education or service component. The three selection criteria in a nutshell are, demonstrating the importance of your volunteer and service component, your education or service component, the impact on you and the place you're visiting, demonstrating financial need, and traveling outside of the country. www.hiusa.org.
Essentially, if you're looking at some of these 24-hour, 7-day-a-week supervised programs, you can run anywhere from $30,000 all the way up to $50,000 in some of the most expensive ones. On the other side of that, students have programs like City Year, where they're actually receiving a stipend instead of paying out. So they're, for a year of service, being able to have this amazing experience and this transformative experience, but then actually getting paid a small amount to be able to do it. And then the costs really range anywhere in between that. And I think domestically we do see that it is a slightly lower cost and slightly lower price point. So I think it is all about the goals of the student. So if a student is really interested in language immersion, obviously maybe staying domestic isn't the best. But if they're interested in really getting some work experience and possibly interning, a domestic experience could be better than international.
When I found out about the gap year scholarship, I didn't really know what a gap year was at the time, but I thought this sounds cool and maybe something that I might be interested in. And as I got through the rounds, like getting in through the second round, making it into the finals, I started thinking more seriously, all right, what is a gap year? What would I do with a gap year, and is this something that's right for me? And I started thinking that, okay, if I have the opportunity to do this, I do want to do it. And it was tough because I had to think about, all right, I got into my dream school, I got a full scholarship, do I want to postpone that for this alternate experience that, I don't know much about and that I'll have to define myself? And ultimately I decided that was the way to go. I got the scholarship from the Campus Y at UNC Chapel Hill called the Global Gap Year Fellowship, and I was part of the first cohort of students to do it. And so I had a very independent gap year.
These days, crowdfunding is such an important piece of any type of fundraising. So going onto a site like Kickstarter or Indiegogo, and students really know about these already. So it's activating their social networks, and people are very excited about the opportunity to help out. There's aunts and uncles and all these people who wish they could take a gap year. So when a student puts in a little bit of time and effort to really activate those types of people, they're excited to contribute.